Hello everyone. Hope you all are having a good day. This is Advocate Shweta from NRI Legal Services. Today we are going to discuss about some important concerns of the NRI. In this video, I am going to talk with you about the factors that you can keep in mind before hiring lawyers for your property disputes in India. In today's times of expanding globalization and increasing need for building a sound and secure standard of living, each and every person wishes to enhance his finances and save his assets. Long-running disagreements are sometimes the result of property animosity. Conflicts over property inheritance have historically occurred amongst families everywhere in the world. The roles and methods of operations of the court are not easily understood by the average person. It would not be a very wise choice to entrust any lawyer located overseas to handle your property concerns given the exponential growth of technology, as there is a significant increase of fraud. There are a lot of lawyers that represent clients in court every day. It is more crucial than ever that you select the best lawyer for you because there are so many of them available outside. But the question is, how can you determine which option is the best fit for you? Or how can you be so certain that the one you have chosen is the best one? So before engaging a lawyer for your property concerns, it is generally advisable to weigh all the advantages and disadvantages. If you're an NRI, then choosing a lawyer to handle your property matters may seem like a difficult decision. Before selecting a lawyer for your property troubles, it is absolutely essential to take care of a few key issues. Let us discuss those. Firstly, if we roughly classify the types of property concerns that typically arise in situations involving NRIs, then they would be cases for declaration for ownerships of property, cases for taking possession of property, cases dealing with fraud in property purchase, landlord and tenant disputes, dispute among co-owners of the property, cases for injunctions against persons who are creating obstruction in the properties of NRIs, buyer-builder disputes, or for seeking usage and occupation charges of the property, or for seeking any kind of recovery against the property. And the list goes on. So when someone feels wronged while they are located abroad and wants to defend their property, then it is customary and completely normal practice for them to first turn to their friends and relatives for recommendations of any Indian solicitors who can handle their property concerns. It is a consideration to check. But having a lawyer who lacks litigation experience handle your precious property is not something you should undertake lightly. Is it sufficient for your claims to be decided in your favor? If your requirements are met and you get to know a reliable property lawyer in India, it is most definitely fall short. Property-related discussions do not typically include the flimsy court processes or the court drama that we see in our day-to-day lives. The Indian judicial system is significantly more complex and extensive than the average Indian person is generally aware of. Every average man thinks that the essential stages of filing the cases are filing, then summoning the other parties, submitting their evidence, making your case, and finally winning your matter. When it comes to handling NRI's property issues, the process is far more difficult. There are many aspects of property matters that must be handled in addition to the court procedures. These aspects include the title searches of land in most recent revenue records, litigation searches of any past or unresolved disputes of NRI's land, proper decree execution, the property foreclosures action, filing the criminal complaints with police authorities, settlement negotiations, and much more. A single advocate who practices in various areas of law and is not an expert in property matters cannot do all of these additional tasks, which are generally equally important to carry out with utmost diligence. It is best to sign with a law firm where various specialized teams work in their areas of specialty for property disputes in order to ensure that all the legal, administrative, and groundwork linked to the procurement of a disputed property is done appropriately. The fundamental criteria for a competent and reliable attorney while dealing with NRI property concerns include a wide range of factors. Let's discuss those. The first one is legal expertise. Advocates that have a solid reputation in the courts and are very knowledgeable about the most recent legal developments and judicial scenarios should always be favored. Today's technological advancements have made it simple to convey one's professionalism and brilliance in one's work. To obtain a sense of the actual stakes, it is simple to browse the website and domains of a reputable law practice. So you can learn more about a law firm's practice areas by visiting their website for the specific legal representation that you need. Search for each firm on your shortlist on Google as well as their website. In such a way, you can evaluate the breadth and depth of the firm's practice. Moving on to the second factor, litigation experience. Your property's future should not be in the hands of unskilled solicitors who build their clientele through hit-and-miss tactics. Legal teams with experience have studied the courtroom process in great detail. Dealing with them is considerably simpler because they are confident in their approach and case results. Such legal teams also has a high standing with the judge, which can help you in winning your matter. Coming on to the third factor, professionalism. There is more to professionalism than just personality. It involves particular impersonal deeds and mannerisms that set the best lawyers apart from others who are merely qualified. You should anticipate a professional lawyer to, among other things, such as working tirelessly to uphold your interests, utilize your resources as if they were his own, working diligently on your matter, immediately responding to all the client communications or phone calls, attending meetings punctually and prepared, giving you guidance on methods of alternate conflict resolutions, respecting everyone regardless of their position, job or status, and most importantly, observe all applicable laws and the ethical canons. Now I am moving on to the fourth factor, which is the most important among all, trust. The relationship between a client and its lawyer is purely a fiduciary relationship. In a fiduciary relationship, one party is given the legal authority to carry out specific tasks and obligations on behalf of the another party. The fiduciary is obligated to operate in the beneficiary's best interest and to prioritize that interest over their own. This can involve obligations to uphold loyalty, discretion, and care. Long-term clients are grateful for a trustworthy lawyer who can be held accountable for his activities and who can openly communicate the strategies to the client. It is always advisable to hire a legal team who is well aware of all the advantages and disadvantages of property and who can develop a fiduciary connection based on their prior performances. Getting deceived is pretty simple in legal solutions, so one must be vigilant in signing a lawyer. Moving on to the next factor, communication bridges. Being an NRI, the biggest and most obvious worry is that the lawyer would lose your case while pocketing your money and soaking up your crucial time. So the most important quality that you should look for in your legal team is a focused and well-organized process for creating a contact between you and the lawyers. So putting your trust and money in lawyers while receiving timely case updates is very challenging. So as a client, you have the right to accurate and open updates on your issues. Consider looking for a legal team that will protect you or give the timely updates on your issues because clear and concise communication can prevent misunderstandings and conflict and further help foster good relationships. Coming on to the next factor, effective strategy delivery. Despite the varied levels of intellect in every lawyer, each lawyer can primarily detect the most prominent outcomes of your case. So after studying the case facts, most advocates are familiar with the potential consequences of the judgment that you might receive. But only an honest and experienced legal counsel can provide accurate results. Many deceptive lawyers may mislead you from the start and convince you that your case would result in unattainable results to grab your hard-earned money. But to maximize your chances of achieving everything on your side, the most effective legal counsel would present the actual picture to you and then design a winning strategy with his legal mind. So a specialist will be familiar with the most recent advancements and subtle legal distinctions relevant to your issue without charging you more to be cutting edge. This information is crucial since it might affect whether your case wins or loses. Concluding today's decision, remembering and considering these details before hiring a lawyer or availing legal services to deal with your movable and immovable property is advisable for the safety and security of your assets. I hope today's video was informative for you. Do not forget to like, share and comment. For more such videos, you can subscribe to our channel. If you have any queries regarding today's topic, you can email us at query@nrilegalservices.com. Thank you.